Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another lesson on building your vocabulary advanced. Tonight, we're doing number 15 in the advanced section of Build Your Vocabulary. So where do we go from here? We got to get our trusty work screen, and here it is. Voila. Okay, so now if you guys have already done Build Your Vocabulary Advanced 1 through 14, you already know that having a strong and large vocabulary is necessary for communicating with others, reading, writing, listening, and speaking in English. I chose words for you that are not typically found in a basic English program, but nonetheless are very important and very common English words. I want you guys to learn these words by heart and incorporate them into your daily speaking whenever possible. Now, here are the 8 words that we're going to be learning tonight. We have the lovely word fruition, multitude, disheveled, impish, tedious, fickle, flabbergasted, and spontaneous. Here we go. Let's look at these words in action. Disheveled means not well kept, untidy, messy, or disordered. I think she slept in that dress. It looks so disheveled. The kids played at the playground all afternoon, and at the end of the day, they were dirty and disheveled. They went straight into the bathtub when we got home. Your hair is completely disheveled. Do you want to borrow my comb? We don't pronounce that B, right, in comb. He was a highly educated and well-spoken man, but quite disheveled in appearance. All the passengers looked tired and disheveled after the long overseas flight that ran into turbulence on several occasions. Don't forget, if there are words in these lessons that you don't know, other than the 8 words that we're looking at tonight, you can look them up in your dictionaries and add them to your vocabulary list and study your vocabulary list. Go brush your teeth, wash your face and hands, and brush your hair. You don't want to go to school looking disheveled. First, you have to clean up your disheveled room. Then we will go to the amusement park. Now we have the word spontaneous. And spontaneous means referring to an action performed as a result of a sudden impulse. An action that happens without external cause and without thought or planning. It was a spontaneous decision to purchase our boat, and we have never regretted it. The famous actor wasn't prepared for the spontaneous and unexpected kiss from one of his adoring fans, but nonetheless, he didn't seem to mind. I like going downtown on a Saturday night with her because she is so spontaneous and fun to be with. The audience burst into spontaneous laughter that lasted more than 5 minutes. The volcano's spontaneous eruption devastated the beautiful tropical island. You can't plan to be spontaneous. You either are or you aren't. It was a spontaneous decision to get married in Las Vegas. Her creations are so spontaneous stimulating and inspirational. Fickle. Fickle means changing often and having a lack of stability. A person that changes his or her interests, opinions, or behavior frequently, not reliable. We don't know if she will attend the event on the weekend. Her moods are very fickle, so we will know only at the last minute. You need to have a variety of clothes available in your closet all year round to be ready for the fickle weather in Canada. Because of his fickle personality, he did not have long-lasting friendships or relationships. He has a reputation of being fickle and not easy to negotiate with. His singing career only lasted 3 years because the music industry has always been very fickle and ever-changing. The fickle winds and unpredictable weather made it very difficult to navigate our ship at sea. Now the word impish, and it means an adult or child that is playful and mischievous. A troublemaker that is disrespectful in a playful but upsetting or disturbing way. He has always had a very impish sense of humor, and he eventually made a very successful career for himself as a stand-up comedian. My little brother regularly plays impish pranks on me. His favorite prank is putting plastic insects in my drawers and between the sheets on my bed. My teacher ran out of patience with the impish little boy, but the students thought that he was quite entertaining and funny. The impish teenagers thought that it was appropriate and acceptable to paint graffiti all over the new dividing walls. Some people feel that the only day that it is acceptable for adults and children to behave in an impish way is on April Fool's Day. Now the word fruition. The moment when a goal, project, or plan is realized, accomplished, completed, or attained. The researchers and scientists are working hard to bring the cure for this virus to fruition rapidly. When this happens, many lives will be saved, and also it will relieve the burden on the hospitals and the healthcare system. She was overjoyed when her lifelong plan of being self-employed and running her own business came to fruition. To their surprise and delight, their project came to fruition several months earlier than expected. He worked on a lot of projects simultaneously, but none of them ever came to fruition. Can you tell us in detail how you will bring this idea to fruition, and more importantly, within budget? Many organizations and volunteers have worked together to bring this low-cost housing project to fruition. After many obstacles, hard work and perseverance, Stephanie's dream of owning her own hairdressing salon has finally come to fruition. Tedious means very long, boring, and tiring, very slow, not interesting, and annoying. The amount of paperwork involved in filing these reports is very tedious. In my opinion, that 4-hour-long, extremely tedious meeting could have been an email. I'm sure you guys have all said that once or twice. I have to review and modify many product lists at work daily, and it is so time-consuming and tedious. I am too busy and qualified to be working on these tedious tasks. Can't you find someone more junior to work on them? My boss gave me the tedious task of cleaning out the filing cabinets. His lectures are so long and tedious, and a few students actually fell asleep in class during his last lecture. I can't think of any other household chore more tedious than washing and drying dishes. Multitude, a large amount or number of people or things. I heard that they received a multitude of complaints about their defective product. You have a multitude of programs to choose from, so take your time and choose the right one for you. We gazed at the multitude of bright stars in the sky. A multitude of people gathered to see the demonstration of his new robotic creation. My grandmother is very old and she has a multitude of health problems. The students had a multitude of questions about the assignment. There are a multitude of organizations that are looking for volunteers in your community. Flabbergasted, this means very surprised, amazed, in shock, or astonished. It's understandable that everyone is flabbergasted by the increase in the price of food these days. My husband and I were flabbergasted and overjoyed when we found out that I am pregnant with twins. When we saw Peter's picture on the news as a possible suspect in the robbery, we were no doubt flabbergasted. Everyone was flabbergasted when they announced their separation after only 2 months of marriage. He was flabbergasted to learn that his new album was now #1 on the music charts. She was flabbergasted when the salesman told her the price of the car. The professor was flabbergasted when he realized that more than half the class had failed the exam. When we learned how much money we made on the sale of our house, we were flabbergasted. And there you have it. 8 new beautiful words to add to your vocabulary for reading, writing, speaking, and listening. If that video helped you, you know what you can do. You can subscribe to my channel, put a little like on the video, and even leave a comment down below. If you guys need help with your English and you want to improve quickly, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English. This is the 3rd edition right here, 3rd edition, published by McGraw-Hill and available everywhere, including Amazon. If you guys get a copy of this book, I want you to start on the first page and complete every page right through to the end of the book. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. If you're having trouble with your verb tenses, you can get yourselves a copy of English verb tenses. Also available on Amazon, same type of deal. If you get a copy of this book, you start on the first page, complete every page right through to the end of the book. Answer key also at the back to support you while you are learning. Okay, this will help you not just learn, but master your English verb tenses, which so many of you, all of you, tell me you have difficulty with. But that ends here with this book. You will understand finally your verb tenses. Also, I have a new Facebook page called Learn English with Julie Lachance. So I put up all kinds of stuff over there for you guys, so you can check that out. I think that's everything that I have to say. So I will say good night, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Oh, I also wanted to say there are many other lessons on my YouTube channel, so you can check those out. You can do the videos that you think you might need help with, or better yet, you can do them all, because there's so much there for you. So now I really will say good night, and I will see you in the next lesson. So good night for now.